Peace. Night night.
Paddling to that point right there. Lost in Wabakimi.
I'm reading Adam Schultz in my tent.
Woo-wee. That was difficult.
Hibbity hop. I said hibbity hop.
Get the mosquitoes.
It's around 10:30, quarter to 11.
Rise and shine from Wabakimi Provincial Park.
It says lift over or line. Well, thank you for the beautiful day. Beep, beep. Oh, sorry, honey. I'm right about here. Zigga-zagga.
Good evening. Coffee time. For sure. Hot. The whole bunch of ducks over there. About a dozen of them swimming around the lake, having fun. Yeehaw. Cheers. If you can hear that, that's the ducks flapping their wings. Okay, coffee hot, very good. Day 9, I believe. Should be another fine day today, but it's going to rain tonight. Hopefully we'll make it into Smooth Rock today. As you can see, the waves were crashing on shore. It was very difficult to get going. Big rocks under the water also. So it was really difficult not to tip. And then I had to turn 90 degrees in the waves, so lots of fun.
Paddling sideways into these big waves is not too fun when you have to, because you got to keep your balance all the time. And we got to get past that point, and it'll be calmer. How you doing? Yes, I was scared, but I had to go. No white caps. Well, I had to cross the lake at some point in time, and I saw my opportunity. It's about 2 kilometers across, kind of into the wind sideways, but I'm out of the big waves now. Boy, getting out was fun, eh? And now the wind's coming from this side, so I'll just follow this shore, the north shore of Lower Wabakimi, all the way till I get to the portages again to Smooth Rock later on today. And depending on how difficult this has been, or it will be, and how tired I am, will depend on whether I start the portages or maybe stop halfway between them. But for now, enjoy Wabakimi Lake, and I'll be in Lower Wabakimi in a couple of hours. Paddling into the sun, coming out of Wabakimi Lake into Lower Wabakimi Lake. It's divided by basically one huge island that has all kinds of coves and everything. It's just like most of Lower Wabakimi Lake is one huge island. Big lake. Big lake, big islands, Vern. Great place to throw a lure, I think. Huh? What do you think? I'm gonna try. Oh, this is no good because I'm floating over rocks here.
Only had my weedless lure. Couldn't find my rockless lure.
Where's my island? Keep going, hang left. All right. area here between the huge island that makes up most of the volume of lower Wabakimi Lake, where we enter the Narrows going into Smooth Rock Lake with the rapids and the portages. I think I took the wrong turn. Let's check this out. What's going on here? Took the wrong turn? Uh-oh. No. Next one. Got lost. Lost in Wabakimi. Okay, let's find the next one. A little swift. Big rocks, shallow, so going slow. All right. Which way now? Just paddling along through the islands on lower Wabakimi. Nothing exciting, just a beautiful day. A little bit of breeze, but it's very hot. Tried fishing, lost a lure. Stopped fishing. Carry on. See you soon. So we're crossing the biggest part of lower Wabakimi Lake right now. As you can see, it's very calm. Also very hot and humid. So I got the double blade out. We'll make some good time. So double blade is great. It has its pros and cons. Yeah, I tried fishing several times today. No luck so far, just lost a good lure. That's me for the next hour. It is so hot. Well, I am at the end of lower Wabakimi Lake, entering a couple of little lakes and rapids and portages. There's 5 of them all together to get in the Smooth Rock Lakes. And what I think I'm going to do, I'll see how far I can get because it's very hot. Oh, it's a little after 4 o'clock. The wind has picked up considerably as of about an hour and a half ago. That's why I stopped here. Not a bad day, 15 kilometers, 6.5 hours of travel, mostly paddling Wabakimi Lake and Little Wabakimi Lake. First half was easy, the second half into the wind. Waves bigger than that, so I'm a little tired. It was a nice blue sky till the north wind came in. We're gonna have a storm, but this is a north wind and we're gonna get some rain. I got my tent set up my tarp now. Talk to you soon. Wait for it. Biggest challenge today was the heat. It was very hot and humid. I saw the clouds coming. I need time to hunker down. Who knows how long. Don't want to get caught out there in it. We be wearing our woolies tonight, my friends. Thunder and lightning, baby, it's frightening. Not really, I hope. I wonder what Kevin would say, the happy camper. He's great. Love you, Kevin. I read a lot of your books, learned a lot from you. Happy you live on a portage trail. You guys didn't know that, eh? Research it, you'll find out. I'm not going to give away. No. Well, I'm just rambling now. Night night. Should anything surprising happen other than regular rain, we'll let you know. Tent time. with Boris in the Forest. Adam Schultz, Alone Against the North. I have a bookmark here somewhere. Thunder and lightning. What's better than in the middle of Wabakimi, you can tell, right? What's better than in the middle of Wabakimi in a rain thunderstorm? I'm reading Adam Schultz in my tent, drinking single malt scotch. Is there anything finer? Let me ask you. Huh? Well, I have my toque on. Was 3 degrees this morning, but I was toasty. It rained quite a bit. Thank goodness the wind has not as strong today as it promised, but I'm not going to talk about that too much, and you know why. Enough philosophy for this morning from Boris in the Forest on day 10, Wednesday. And I've had my coffee. So dehydrated raspberries with oatmeal or no meal. This trip was oatmeal or pancakes. And I've only made pancakes twice. I prefer the oatmeal, what can I tell you? And I'm going to top it off with some maple syrup today because it's a little cold. And might have a wee bit of yeah. All right, we'll see you on the water or on the way. We got 5 portages today. And that's it. All right, we finally left. It's probably 11:45. Had lots to do this morning and got slept in because of the rain, of course. So now we got a little short paddle for our first of 4 portages. I do believe I see it already. Right up ahead there. They say that, you know, there's a 75-meter portage and then you can get in the river, you can run in the middle, scout first, and then there's a 90 of another falls. While in this low water, in my experience level, even though I've done Swifts and class 1 and 2 so far, I do believe at this point in time I will be taking the 470-meter portage all around both falls. Thank you very much. All right, here comes the portage. Like I said, it's a short paddle. There it is, the red flagging tape and the blaze on the tree. Finally found it. Right on. So we just did a 470 around some falls, and now we've got a paddle across this little pond here, right across there. And we shall have a 251 portage around another set of falls. And we'll talk to you then. The portages are easy. It's just in and out of the canoe, boring stuff. You've seen it all before. I gotta turn around. How can I turn around in here? Turn around. U-turn. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, sorry, honey. Off we go. This is the 261 portage, the second one, coming out of Little Wabakimi Lake, or Lower Wabakimi Lake, if you will, into Smooth Rock. There's 3 portages and a carryover, liftover, semi-portage type of deal. So this is the second one. Only 1 more portage in the falls left to go, and we're in Smooth Rock. And after this, and along the way, we got some funky low water liftover, carryover, small portage. We'll find out. But I'm triple carrying this one. I double carried the 470 earlier, but I'm gonna take it easy now. I'd rather walk an extra 400 meters than kill myself. You know what I mean? Oh! I'm liking it over here better, I think. All right, so we're through that 261 portage. We had lunch, and now down the river. Let's hope this leftover carryover stuff is easy. Swift for 500 meters. Well, I can see the Swift in 500 meters from the portage, not the Swifts for 500 meters. Depending on the water, we shall see. I think I'm liking the left-hand side a little bit more. Nice. Didn't get stuck, didn't hit a rock. Beauty. So far, true for the course. Oh, I've hit many rocks with the canoe, dragging on purpose, everything else, but not running Swift yet. I hope I don't. Now we got another little one coming up here. I hit one rock. I'm liking the right-hand side more. See how narrow that is? Oh, look at that. We negotiated. Did not strike. Looks like a little bit of a paddle to that liftover line north channel can paddle through center channel in high water. We shall see. Let's see what we got here. I don't think it fit through there. All right, so we're gonna have to get out this way. Well, it might fit through there. You never know.
Took a measurement, but no.
So this is what I got to do, because I can't go through there, the water's too low. Here's the portage. Nice. Big rock, small rock, all kinds of rock. What kind of rock you want? Rock and roll? Incredible, eh? All right, well, I better go do that. I'll be back. That's where we came from. Wouldn't have paddled through there. Had to come around over there. Yeah, lots of fun. Anyway, onwards and forwards we go. I made it to Smooth Rock Lake. Oh man, what a day. Those portages in low water were brutal. It's 6 o'clock. I left at 11:30. figuring it'll only take me 4 hours. The campsite I wanted was taken. The one right after the falls, beautiful campsite. I read all about it. There's 2 people there. So I had to paddle another 45 minutes. There's a campsite on this island, this little one, but it's pretty bare. And there's a campsite here. So this is where I'm going to camp. Wind's coming from there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I'm going to set up and you guys enjoy the view, okay? There you go. I got to get out of these wet. So first things first, let's get dry and warm. Dry and warm, first things first. I'm getting organized slowly. I changed out of my wet shirt. I got 4 layers on plus this jacket. It's cold. Okay, gotta get out of wet shoes. Well, the wind's coming right at us here, past the canoe and my tent, the fire, to me. I got out of that awful carryover, came out of the portage, the last one, 5 today, only 7.5 kilometers, 5 portages. But the one that was brutal was the one that's not marked. It took me an hour. It was brutal. It says lift over or line. Well, in low water, there's no lifting or lining. There's carrying over jagged rocks. It was brutal, but successful. So I came out, and sure enough, the good site right after that was taken. A couple of, I don't know, Norwegians, I'd say. It's the kind of accent they had. Sven and Oli. Hello, have a safe trip. Yeah. Anyway, so the next 2 campsites is this one and that one on the island. It's pretty sparse over there, so I figured I'd take this one. Nice view. Yeah, I put my tent up here on the rock, and you know. And we're off, boys and girls, in Smooth Rock Lake. Just at the beginning of it, of course. A little bit of wave action from the wind constantly all night. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Stay close to shore. Looks like it's coming from over there, and I gotta go over there. So there you go. It's gonna be one of those cold, windy, paddle into the wind days. So I'm gonna complain a lot today. I'm complaining now. Sure, who wouldn't prefer a nice sunny tailwind, you know, paddle all day long? It's around 10:30, quarter to 11. Took 1 layer off after 45 minutes of paddle. 3 layers left and the jacket. Big lake paddle, Smooth Rock Lake. There you go. This is me all day long. Beautiful white swan here. He's gonna take off any minute. Here he goes. I love the way he uses his feet. Well, it's noon. Just took a snack break on this little island. The sun came out. The wind has died down. I hope for a long time. We're about halfway where we need to go today. So basically 2.5, 3 hours, and we'll be at our campsite on Caribou Bay. Well, so far so good. Anticipating good weather and long days, 2 long days of lake travel. Still anxious, paddling faster than I need to. You know, excitable boy in Wabakimi. Day 11. Would have liked to have more time to fish. All right, well, last big lake crossing. Second part of Smooth Rock Lake, going into Caribou Bay. Be nice if we got to the mouth of Caribou Bay by 2 o'clock. That'd be sweet. Well, we're almost to the other side of Smooth Rock Lake. And I'll be very happy because of the little wind and the lots of sunshine with less clouds all the time has proven to be an exceptional day, and I have to get out of these layers. But I didn't want to do it in the middle of the lake. So, well, we made it across in half an hour. That was pretty good. And got to change maps. All right, down Caribou Bay we go. Well, I was going to do some fishing here. I got weeds all over the place. Looks like this part of the Caribou Bay is pretty shallow. Paddling through the weeds. What time was it? 2:29. 3 o'clock, we'll be there. Carrying on, we made it to our campsite. Halfway to Funger Lake down Caribou Bay. Best way I can describe where I am. Now, I need to get out here. Nice. Right? Boom. There you go. Parked, you might say. Wow, this is a very nice campsite. Let me take you around, show you. Hello there, Chippy. There's Chippy. Hi, Chippy. What's going on? Had to stash the canoe over there. The water's so low, I couldn't get it up on the rocks. I had to stand in the water, right knee deep, put everything up on the rock and not let it slide down. But the canoe, that'd be a different story. I'd scrap the heck out of it. Nice fire pit. Little kitchen area. So this is what I mean, right? The water's so low, how are you gonna, it's very difficult. Good evening. It's a lovely night, 7 p.m. The sun is just providing that beautiful warmth that it did today after such a cold night with the rain and everything. Yeah, beautiful. Not much to say. I'm just enjoying the peace and the quiet. As I was so rudely interrupted a little while ago with the battery dying just as I started to speak, I can't remember what I was saying. I'll look at it when I edit it. Anyway, paddled 18 kilometers today, mostly very nice across the big parts of Smooth Rock Lake. Hoping, looks like the wind's going to be favorable for me continuing on Caribou Bay. And the plan is to make it to Caribou Lake tomorrow. And that'll leave me Saturday to cross Caribou Lake into Little Caribou as far as I can get. And then on Sunday, I'll only have somewhere between a 5 to 8 kilometer paddle with one little, well, it'll be a portage because I'll have to take things out over a little falls or swift or something. And I will make it to the bottom of Little Caribou for pickup on Monday morning. So today is day 11. That's right. 14 days, 14 nights. Not counting the train. One day there, one day back. Oh, that's my timer. I'm making dinner. goes the sun. Old man's beard grows on the trees. Might help the fire. What do you think? Maybe? It's highly flammable. That's better. Nice fire, huh guys? Awesome night. Okay, probably talk to you tomorrow morning. Early, got a long day. I'm gonna try to get up at 6 before the sun. See you in the morning. Sweet dreams. Night night on day 11 from Wabakimi. Well, good morning. It's around 7:30, and as you can see, lifting pretty quickly. I got up at 6:45. Couldn't see anything. Couldn't see the sky. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm making pancakes with dehydrated apples that my lovely wife again dehydrates. Better get at it. Cooking view. Day 12. And we're off. A little late getting started today. Well, I made pancakes. I wanted pancakes instead of regular oatmeal, so that took some time. Got to do extra cooking, extra mixing, extra washing. A little warmer than yesterday morning. This time, I do believe. Caribou Bay coming from Smooth Rock into Caribou Lake is like a triple 1, 2, 3. All right, wind at our back. Not much wind, but at least it's not in the face. Any help will do. And looks like hopefully it'll clear up just like it did yesterday. Slowly, the sun's beating out the clouds in the morning dew. And in weeds. So shallow in here, not much fishing. It's okay, gotta make time. Looks like it's turning out to be an okay day. It's taking a while for the sun to beat those clouds away. If it stays like this the rest of the day, we'll make really good time. I don't know what kind of bird that is. If you can tell me, please write it in the comments. And then we'll all know. Gotta get around these rocks, and I'm approaching Funger Lake. Yeah, okay, thank you. A little too close there.
Stopped to check out the map because I thought I was lost.
Oh, now I have to go north. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's the portage. There's the river coming out on the right, and I think that's the portage. Just like that. So this is this little pond. You can see the river running out of there. My portage is right there, 115. This is the 49. Figured I'd show this one to you. The other one's going to be probably the same, but twice as long. Well, 49, 115, basically, twice as long. A little campfire here. Campsite. Another possible tent pad. Looks like there was a campfire there at one point in time. Bunch of rocks. Long time ago. Things change. And here's Funger Lake, where I came from. Right behind me is the end of that first 49-meter portage. Going upstream, you can hear the rapids in the distance, right? Well, if you want to know what that shh is, that's the rapid. It's not static. Turn around, and I back in once I figure out where I'm going to back into. There's the portage. Parked. That's a little bit of the 115, and one more little 56, I think, to go. Oh. Lots of firewood. There, enough to build a log cabin right there. Hey? Oh, look. Hup, hup, hell! I said a hip, hippity hop. I said a hip, hippity hop. I said a hip. I'm gonna have a snack. You could run this if you were going downstream, but I'm not going downstream, so I have to pull my boat upstream. Now we got to get around that big rock. No, that's the one you want to go around, that big one. There we are. Apparently, that's how it's done. All right, let's move it along here so I can get out of this rock garden. Ah. Well, that's a Swift, and it's runnable going down. But see how much difficulty it gives you when you're going up? Well, the sun is out, and I have 3 layers on, including a fleeced black long sleeve. I think I should take it off. What do you think? It says line or run south channel. Right there, there's that 46 we did, then the 115. Now we've got this guy. On the left 66, and on the right 140. And we're out with a plethora of campsites to look at. Oops, there's a big rock right there. Get out of this narrow part where there's a current, and I'll take this sweater off, for God's sakes. Yeah, this black thing, gotta take it off. Woo-wee. That was difficult. It's amazing what 5 meters of jagged rock can do to slow you down on a portage. Incredible. All right, 4:53, almost 5 o'clock. We need a campsite. 6K, dilly-dally. Talking to yourself again, are you, Boris in the forest? Just trying to explain things to myself, to you. Thanks for watching. Oh, did I mention? If you haven't subscribed, exactly. So you know what you need to do. Every family member, your grandmother, all your friends, everybody needs to subscribe. Just get them to subscribe. We have made it to our campsite on an island on the Caribou River at the mouth of Caribou Lake. But I think we're good. Hello. Well, this campsite's really cool. Obviously one big rock, but all kinds of interesting places. There's a beautiful, nice little flat tent pad right there. There's one fire pit up here, and then there's another fireplace down there. I'll take you down there a little later. That one's a little cleaner. I think I'll have a fire there tonight, and I'll gather all the garbage here and burn it over there. After I set up my tent and get things organized. It is 6:30, end of day 12. Boris in the forest in wild Wabakimi. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. Here we are at the upper level of this campsite. Fireplace, a kitchen, bedroom, and then there's a lower level, great room, and on a big rock, and another beautiful fire pit. We'll go down there a little later, but right now I'm very hungry and I need to be eating something. So I gotta, pardon my barrel, don't mind if I do. A little platypus. Get away. What do you think this is? Get the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes think I'm their dinner. Well, I am their dinner. I think I'm not. Let's get real, shall we? Garbage that I've collected, not left behind. Not like some other people at this particular campsite. Where's my chili? I want the chili. I have chili. Well, after 2 weeks, the barrel weighs a lot lighter, eh? You can congratulate me, but I'm on my last map, 20K, and I have 2 days. Last map. I'm a happy man. Once I was on Brennan and past Granite Falls, and I hooked up with the Ellen water. There were some rapids there and some swifts, and it was really good. A couple of swifts, then a class 1, then another swift, then a class 2. And I didn't want to run the class 2, but it was kind of by accident, because you run the swift and then there's a portage, 366 meters. And as I run the swift, I look and you can see straight down the river, and I saw no problems there at all. And I just followed the water left, right, all recorded on camera. And beautiful. All the swifts in class 1 and class 2, first time ever in my life that I ran. I survived. I didn't dump, and I didn't hit a rock along the way with my boat. I did with the paddle, guiding myself. So that's pretty cool, I think. Well, it's getting chilly, and I'm going to have chili. That's probably why it's getting chilly. Okay, I collected garbage from this fire pit. I do believe the water has boiled. Chile. Get the timer going. I'm having my chili. It's not chili, it's hot. Oh yeah. I was too lazy to make bannock, so I got a leftover pancake from today. Look at the size of that guy. I made 4 of those. I had 3 of them this morning for breakfast. Dehydrated apples and maple syrup. I mean, I was stuffed. Beautiful night, like glass. Gorgeous. There's that fireplace I told you. No garbage burned in there. Tent and my stuff is way up there. End of day 12 out of 14 days solo. Wabakimi Provincial Park. Train in, train out.
Getting trained. Maybe that's a little bit better. Of course I have a toucan. I'm in Canada. It is way up north, above the 50th parallel, and it gets chilly in the evening. Well, 2 nights ago we had 3 after the rain, and then it was going to be 5, but actually last night it was 2. No wonder I was freezing. There's a difference between 2 and 5, especially after you had a 3 and you're anticipating a 5. Then it gets colder than... Anyway, another nice day tomorrow. Easy winds. Most should help me across Caribou Lake into Little Caribou. I'm going to put the fire out and hit the hay. Hope you're going to have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if you can see anything. Good morning, 6:30. Rise and shine. Let's go fishing. Good morning, day 13. Beautiful day. Had my coffee and packing up. I'm going to have breakfast and mosey on out of here. Good for the long skigs. And we're off. We're floating. Get some water. We'll stereo pen that in a minute. And we got this guy. And we got this guy. And that's about it. You see each other? Good. Happy face, and you're ready to drink. Good morning. Leaving campsite on Caribou River at the mouth of Caribou Lake. Beautiful morning. Nice paddle down the river. I'll talk to you when I get to the lake. A few kilometers, probably an hour or so. Hopefully. Moving along. Basically with this flat water, at the nice easy pace I'm paddling, I'm cruising at, I just checked, 4.5 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good. 5 hours of this and I'll be there. We want to stretch it out to 2 days though. So let's get into Caribou Lake. And as we paddle through Caribou Lake in between the islands, we'll do some fishing. And then we got that one portage left, 254 from Caribou Lake into Little Caribou. And down Little Caribou we will go. Thank you for the beautiful day. We came out of the mouth of Caribou Lake on the Caribou River, and here is Caribou Lake. Got a little bit of wind coming from the south. They said it was going to be light wind from the south and southeast, which is exactly in the direction that I'm going. But light wind and a nice day. So far so good. Now I got to find my way between these islands. Should be able to pick my way through. I'm right about here. Come to that point right there. So I gotta zigzag through here. Zigzaga. Zuga. Well, I got a lure in the water down 9-12 feet looking for wally. I figured it's pretty safe. I'm staying away from the rocks at the points because they shallow water, they expose themselves. And I lost a good lure staying too close last week, so
The one I cut the walleye on. But then I found this one, which is a bigger one, the same type, same color, except like, you know, 50% bigger than it was at the campsite. No fish yet. A little bit longer and we'll be about halfway across. It's around 11:30. I think behind this island I'm gonna take a break and have a snack and drink some water. I learned that you can enjoy yourself out here so much and appreciate being out here and look at everything and being on everything, you understand, and forget to eat or drink, and then all of a sudden you're tired and dehydrated and you wonder why it's too late now. So you got to drink when you don't want to and eat every couple hours a little bit. That way you're okay. Well, the weather has more than cooperated. As you can see, the condition of the water. Some nice big puffy clouds in the sky, just a Ted Lasso style. Put a little cloud over there. Cool. Paddling to that point right there, and that should be that big island right there. So we're here, headed for that island, and then 90-degree turn left, boom, straight into there. That's the plan. What a day. Day 13 on the western end of Caribou Lake, approaching Little Caribou Lake. Keep your paddle wet. Say goodbye, Caribou Lake. Hello, portage to Little Caribou Lake, 254 meters. Right there. We are on Little Caribou Lake. Portage behind me. All right, no problem. Let's get out of here. And down Little Caribou we go. Southbound, another 3-4 kilometers, and that's the end of Little Caribou. Northbound is where it came from. That's my campsite. Yeehaw. Hello, campsite. We have arrived at our campsite. Look, campsite rock. But I'm halfway down Little Caribou Lake. I only have about 5 kilometers left to go to my pickup spot. And there's a campsite right there. So, end of day 13, canoe put away. Drying out some stuff. We had a little rain on the portage from Caribou Lake to Little Caribou, that 260. I decided to take it easy, triple carry, lots of time, right? As soon as I get there, and I see a dark cloud, and I'm thinking, no, it's not going to rain. So I check the forecast, and the forecast says, no rain. And sure enough, rain. Downpour, half an hour. Soaking wet, caught me without my raincoat. Thank goodness it was warm, so that was okay. Sat under the canoe and waited for it to be over, and then dried out. And paddled for another 2 hours. Got here around 5:30. It's probably around 6 o'clock now. No, this is a little campsite. Some people would say it's not very good campsite, but you know what? Under the trees there, by the birch tree, we have a flat spot, and this is all one man needs. So there we are.
I'm going to unpack the rest of my stuff, think about dinner, and I'll get back to you. End of the campfire. Gonna have my borscht for dinner. End of day 13. Absolutely loving it. Wild in Wabakimi. Boris in the forest has not been happier. Good night. Hope you sleep well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Your grandchildren, your grandparents, everybody. Peace. Night night. Good morning. Day 14. Last day. Great sleep. Slept in at 7:30.
Well, we have left our campsite and we're looking for our lure that we got stuck yesterday. Hopefully we'll get it out. It's a weedless lure, but it's not a rockless lure. Rockless, weedless. You know what I mean. There it is. Trolling through this channel. There was a couple of fishermen yesterday. They caught a bunch of walleye out here through this channel. He says about 10 feet deep. Troll nice and slowly. I got north wind pushing me along at about 1.5 kilometers an hour. And I'm just going to go through this channel, steer the boat just like that, nice and slow. Maybe we'll catch a walleye. I'll let you know if I catch something. Another beautiful day. North wind. That's why it's a little cool this morning. Usually not much wind in the morning and it picks up in the afternoon. Well, today we got morning wind and it's going to calm down by the afternoon. But that makes it for a cool day. But that's okay. Partly sunny. See blue sky. Wind is pushing me home. So all is good. It's just a long lake with little narrows and islands in between. Very pretty. Or should I say a very handsome lake? Because I think Lake's a he and island's a girl? I don't know. Anyway, who knows lately, right? Ha! Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But this trip ended up being more new experiences, like running rapids. That was fun. And then getting caught in a rainstorm. First week was better fishing. Actually, we're right after I got out of the Nemo River. Well, we're finally through the last little narrows here of Little Caribou Lake. Almost there. So guys, day 14, tomorrow morning, it'll take me to Armstrong, where I'll catch the Canadian. 24 hours later, I'll be disembarking with my canoe at Union Station in Toronto. So that'll be the official end of the trip, but the canoeing part ends now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It was awesome. What can I tell you? Any comments, suggestions? Thank you very much for watching, and remember, subscribe. Children, grandparents, grandkids, friends, everybody has to subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Love you. See you on the next trip. There's the cabin I'm staying in. All the cabins along. There's 5 of them on the water. The office, storage buildings, beaver plane at the ready. There's my boat, sitting waiting to go to the train tomorrow morning. Cool plane.
PA-12XB Super Cruiser. Wonder if it's a Piper. No, there's a paddle in there. Looks like it takes a canoe. Waiting on the train in Armstrong, Ontario. Fine brisk morning, north wind a-blowing. And when I got here to come for breakfast at Gillies, who's standing waiting to get on the train but Xander Budnick. So we chatted a little bit, had a nice conversation. He's off for a 2-week trip into Wabakimi. I just finished one. He's going in on the Allen water. So I hope he has a good time. Please look him up. He's an awesome dude. Wish I was 40 years younger, that's all I can say. Take care, Xander. Hope you have a safe trip. Boris in the forest, waiting for the train to go back home. Here comes the train. Nice.